Mags are checked, gas is on the left tank.
Not at this time, sir. You can expect
controls are free and trimmed. I would say canopy, controls, we might check the pattern if we're non-towered. Instruments are set. I'll just hit flight director to start with for roll pitch, heading to the runway.
That looks like the old 4171 X-ray up there.
Yeah, it does. Controls, instruments, gas, attitude, run up. So we just got to run the mixture up and that's it. Tower experiment 1 Fox November, ready at 36.
November 1 Foxtrot November, Tallahassee, tower flight heading 340, maintain VFR out of below 2000, runway 36, clear for takeoff, wind 1009er.
36 clear to go, 340 heading under 2000, 1 Fox November. All right, lights coming on.
1 Foxtrot November, let's make it a 330 heading, flight heading 330.
330, roger. 330 and heading set.
Piper 621 Lima Papa's ready on 36.
All right, if we lose an engine, just after liftoff, we're just going to pitch for 75, make it 80 since we don't have flaps. And we'll land straight ahead, no remaining runway, shallow obstacle, be shallow turns to avoid obstacles. And 80 on the speed. If we're high enough to turn back, then we'll do it. All right, a little right.
Yep, got it.
Control pressure.
Yep.
Are you on the stick?
Nope, you got it. I'm just following you. All
right, I'm just letting off the rear pressure a little bit, and then the stick's flying up to neutral. I got a little bit of right input in it, and I'm looking at a cloud for yaw. I just let the nose up mechanically. I'm dipping the right wing slightly. It's getting it. There wasn't much to that crosswind takeoff. It was just a thumb's worth of right pressure max for a 10-knot crosswind. It'll be interesting to see how that pans out. We might want to do some 9 and 3/6 landings. This is 80 knots. We're getting about 1,500 feet a minute.
November 621 Lima Papa, Tallahassee Tower flight, runway heading, runway 36, clear for takeoff, wind 100 at 8. Traffic in the upwind is experimental northwestbound.
All right, we're at 29 inches. I'm going
to Papa flight, runway heading.
Going to 25 squared. I'll do 24, 25.
November 1 Papa flight, runway heading.
1,000 to go. They gave us 2,000.
November 1 Foxtrot November, contact departure, good day.
Fox November, bye. And I'm going to go indicated. And let's get 110 knots for cooling. We're getting 750 feet a minute. The power is back a good ways. Still a couple cylinders blinking about 430. I'm going to go 22 inches and 2,400 RPM. Landing lights off, nav lights are off. I usually like to just strip the electrical load, you know, a little bit. Strobes are on.
Tallahassee departure, Piper 621.
Cylinders are out of the red now. We're doing 100 knots at 700 feet a minute.
Requested VFR altitude, turn right on course.
Mixture's rich. I'm going to turn the pump on and see if the cylinders cool at all. They shouldn't because it's not fuel injected.
We'll expect a visual for runway 9. We'd actually like to get a practice approach for runway 9 if we could, please.
7052 Delta Roger.
It felt like it fed the stick forward just now, Greg.
It felt what?
It felt like it just fed the stick forward on me.
Why is that?
When I pulled back, I felt a little bit of forward stick.
Huh.
I'm going to have to see if the autopilot does that. We'll probably have to pull the breaker
November 9 or Delta
to do acro.
VFR at or above
that'll be interesting. I'm just guessing right now. Here's 4,000.
Back up to 8,005.
Want to try a roll?
Yeah.
Let's just set
first roll.
There's 130 knots. It's got to be plenty. And it's going to pitch up to about 15, unload, and just roll.
Woo! Perfect.
See how it ends up just below the horizon?
Yep.
I mean, barely below the horizon. You want to try one?
Sure.
We're at speed right now.
Okay.
Just pitch up to 15 degrees, whatever you think it is, unload, and just go to the stop. That was even more rate than I gave it. It's got a good roll rate, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You want to try one to the right?
Yep.
Pitch up 20 degrees if you want, because we got extra speed. A little more pitch, yeah. Pull up to the horizon.
So fun. Yeah, that was one thing, Winston, on like like initially when I was doing the rolls, it's your controls.
I got the controls.
Yep. Initially when I was doing them, And and Alan, the instructor, was like, this is common among all students.
Yeah.
They're hesitant to go all the way to the stop, but I want you going full deflection.
Right.
So spread your knees out, pin them against the sidewalls, and go as far as you can go.
Right.
And as fast as you can go.
See what happens here. I'll kick some rudder.
Yep. Top rudder.
Autopilot.
Pulling the power back just a touch. That was kind of an easy hammerhead. I'm feeling it feed the stick forward on me.
Yeah.
Are you on the stick at all?
No,
All right. So it turned the autopilot on automatically and went and it wing leveled automatically.
Huh.
So I'm gonna pull the breaker.
Interesting.
Departure Bucky 685.
Pull the breaker for the autopilot.
2000.
Bucky 685, Tallahassee departure, your radar contact. What would you like for your cruising altitude back to Craig? I need an odd altitude.
Here's a wing over.
Yeah.
You just pull back until it bleeds speed.
Bucky 685.
And then the nose.
Just let it fall across the horizon.
Just let the nose fall.
Heading 060.
We'll roll the wings out.
060, climb maintain 5000, Bucky 685.
It's not grabbing the stick now, so this is good. Trying to roll out. As you roll out, it gains lift. Just going to add some back pressure. AOA is coming up, but it's easily still in the yellow. They're just going to pull the power back here, and let's see what stall characteristics.
Try to call out those speeds too,
right,
Winston.
we're in the white arc. We're still clean. I'm just going to kind of pull it to idle, and I'm going to sort of let it hold altitude. We're climbing slightly, but I'm just going to hold it at the horizon.
So there's 65.
See
Yep.
this?
Yep.
So it should stall at the bottom of the green.
Bucky 685, clear direct Craig.
58.
We're starting to sink a little bit.
Bucky 685.
I'm going to put my feet in the air here to see it doesn't yaw. There it goes.
2201.
Break into the right. It's kind of a falling leaf. It looks like, if I neutral the stick, it looks like you can easily keep the wing up with your feet.
Okay.
Try one more of those. You feel what it's like from that stick?
Yeah, I'm following you.
Delta, descend and maintain 4000, fly heading 200, vectors 2 final.
4000 and 200 for 52 Delta.
Got a definitive break. Actually dipping into the red a little bit. That's nice, I think.
Well, that didn't drop a wing at all.
Yeah,
that one.
I might have kind of buffered the rudder, but I didn't push the pedal.
Uh-huh.
Let's just see what happens if I add a little bit of power and take my feet off the pedals. It should yaw to the left. There. So we want to pull the power, right? That's an incipient spin in my mind. They say technically you have to do about a turn for it to really be incipient, but it broke to the left, so I pulled the power, and now we're kind of losing our speed, so I would just come right back in.
So it broke to the left just with the yaw. You weren't doing any left rudder, right?
Right. It's because I had power applied. It's the same thing because the slipstream's on the left side of the vertical stab. So that's that. Let's go flaps, half. Pull some power. Holding the horizon here. See what this looks like. I'm looking at a cloud for yaw. Holding the wings level. Holding altitude. This would be tail low if we were landing. Too much tail low, I think. There's a little break. Stick forward. It comes right out of that.
Yeah.
There's full flaps. I'll hold altitude one more time. I think it's pretty predictable. So it broke left. All right, there's a little.
That's a little more violent.
I don't want power. I want to unload. So I actually instinctively put power in, but you don't want it.
So that was a unique tendency to full flaps, from what I can tell, as opposed to half flaps or no flaps, where it was a much more benign wings level stall.
Yeah. So here's a left turn coordinated with no power stall. Nice. Okay. cool. It may have been just a touch uncoordinated on the one that broke to the left earlier.
Okay.
I'm going to go, this was a go around. I'm going to come up with the power.
Yep.
And then come up with the flaps and just kind of hold my altitude, build some speed, get it climbing. I took the flaps out a little too quick, I think, because you would have settled. So I think you can just go full power. You're at flap speed the whole time, right?
Yeah.
And then as you're climbing, go half flaps, 0 flaps.
Okay.
And Tallahassee, 9 Delta Alpha.
We're full nose down trim also. Now autopilot might have done that on us. I should have had nose up trim for the slow flight.
You can continue inbound.
Did you feel that on the stick?
36 your choice.
That trim?
No, not really.
Delta Alpha, Roger. Continue straight.
So light on the controls. I mean, we didn't really have a lot of power applied. So here's like 13 inches, full prop. It's 2,000 RPM.
6013 Victor, Tallahassee approach. Tallahassee altimeter 3006.
It's at the bottom of the white arc, half an AOA indication.
November 30.
There's a little bit of a,
Victor, Tallahassee
this is actually still coordinated.
Altimeter 3006.
Just a slight.
013 Victor, 3006, 13 Victor.
It almost doesn't even want to skid to the right. With a little bit of power apply. All I can say is this thing, all you have to do is unload.
Unload it. Wings level.
We didn't really lose it in the outside.
Mooney 6971 Victor, Tallahassee approach. Tallahassee altimeter 3006.
3006, 71 Victor.
I'm not going to do anything funny. So you could potentially come into land with flaps at 65 or 70 and get a really short field effort out of it. You'd be coming in with a little bit of power, right? But as soon as you get in ground effect and pull the power, it's going to land and stop.
Yeah. And what are you doing with your pitch right here? Is this like a neutral? That's crazy.
Yeah, it's neutral trim.
That's nuts. That's wow, Winston. That is that's amazing.
Yeah. Just start loading it up in the turn. Pull and just start pulling. Pull, 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 pull.
November 9er Delta.
Unload, unroll.
118.7, good day.
Pick up the nose.
Pull up.
So you got to pull the autopilot breaker, or it's going to come on.
Yeah.
It's going to wing level automatically. The Cirrus does too. The new one with the level button, it'll automatically turn the autopilot on. I remember now.
November 1 Foxtrot November. I have inbound traffic. Would you prefer at or above 2,500 or at or below 2,000? Your choice.
Above.
Above 2,500, we can do that.
November 1 Foxtrot November. Maintain VFR at or above 2,500.
At or above 2,500, 1 Fox November.
Seminole 52 Delta. Descend and maintain 2,000.
Descend maintain 2,000.
All right, I see the traffic to the right below.
Oh, okay.
We can just pick up the top of this cloud or whatever. I got you a little bit heavy on power, so I'm going to come back towards 25 square just to kind of unload the heat production there. I don't need all that. All right, flaps are up. We're at 26.
So freaking fun, man.
So in the flap speed, when you're in the white arc, you're pretty much at or below maneuvering speed. So let's see about just pulling it around the horizon and put some G's on it.
Woo!
There, you feel it break loose?
Yep. Shit.
That'll put it on you a little bit.
Yeah,
but you can do a heavy turn like that.
Uh-huh.
Just pull, 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 boom. It's stalled. That's an accelerated stall, right?
Yep.
It's stalled at 90 roughly, and normally it was at 60 earlier.
Right.
Probably 70 degrees of bank. You know, 60 degrees of bank is 2 Gs, and it stalls at, what, 1.44 times the normal stall speed. So 44% would be 84, so we were probably closer to 70. And what do you want to do? You want to get in the pattern?
Yeah, whatever you...
The air work is like... And look, even at 80 miles an hour, you come out nose low, but you can still roll it.
Yeah.
One Fox November would like to close traffic inbound.
1 Foxtrot November, roger. Enter the left base runway 9 for touching us.
Left base 9, 1 Fox November. Want to do another roll on the way back?
Yeah.
Do it. Just pick the nose up, unload and roll. Yep. My knee's in the way, so you probably could even get more than that if you wanted. Now, something else you can do in a roll is you can pick the nose up slightly, and you can go to a roll, and you get a little top rudder and top elevator.
Yeah.
You get loosen your belt.
Yeah.
So you really got to cinch them down if you do any kind of zero.
Yeah.
Oh, here's your G meter.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, look, it just popped up. There it is. Look. You see that? Mine it was about it was a half a G.
Yeah.
So it was still positive.
Yeah.
That's why the engine didn't hiccup, because it still had positive loading on the float and the bowl.
Oh, that's so cool.
It'd be cool if you could turn it on full time.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you want to go and
we could probably program it to do that.
If you wanted to do some light acro. There it goes. I'm feeling it in my stomach a little bit. I hadn't been doing much acro, so. How are you feeling?
Great. It's fun, man. I love it.
I think it's
November 1, Lima Papa. Contact
you got lots of. Look at that. This is 100. It's right next to the flap speed. You got lots of control.
South Austin approach.
There's the airport.
2.37, 61 Lima Papa.
It's got. I mean, it's really coupled up right here. I feel the crosswind on the landing. Tower experimental 1 Fox November is inbound. Touch and goes. Anyway, we can get right base to 18.
November 1 Foxtrot November, enter the right base, runway 18, and runway 18 clear for the option, wind 110 at 7, change to runway 18.
Right base 18, clear option 18, 1 Fox November. What was the wind? East at 7?
Yeah, maybe 8, yeah.
We'll do a couple on this runway, a couple on 9, and then get gas. And I think we should have a pretty good picture of what's going on by then. So you're not on the stick, right?
50, 65,
nope.
Tossy Tower, you ready?
There's a little left push pressure on my toe, a little right toe pressure.
Airport 5, proceed as
There's
requested.
descending, but it's going to pick up speed, right? So it should
we lose a little lift.
The nose should come up, back up, right? More velocity.
Yeah.
November 9
The nose is
Delta
coming
Alpha,
back
turn
up.
right next, or when able, and then hold short of Alpha. There's going to be an aircraft taxi northbound and out.
Neutral to positive stability. Now it's going to lose speed, and then the nose should fall. And when you get it really well trimmed up with the autopilot off, it should still give you, after a while, it might shake out to like plus or minus 50 feet a minute or something.
Airport 5, roger.
So based on the stalls, we could come in at 70.
Yeah.
That's what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
Anything less than 70, you'll probably have to carry a little power. Anything more than 70, you'll probably have to get rid of it before you get the ground effect, you know?
Well, why don't you try that? I mean, well, of course, you got this crosswind. You may want to be a little faster than that, but...
Yeah, and I might want 2/3 flaps, not full flaps. I mean, maybe even half. Because it was stalling slow enough with no flaps that you potentially, at some point, should probably do 0 flap landing, half flaps, full. But, you know, the value of doing full flaps is it's easier maybe on the tail wheel, it's slower. Let's do a 1,000-foot bars for our
touchdown point.
Our touchdown point, and the stripe right before them as our aim point.
Okay.
And that'll kind of give you we can then gauge how much float we have based on our speed. This is quarter flaps. We're at 87.
Tallahassee ground, runway 9er, taxi via Bravo. Or actually, correction,
flaps
runway
are half
taxi
now.
via Charlie Bravo 9er.
All right, mixture's full. Props
And runner
full.
8, maintain VFR out of below 2,000, squawk 0223.
Flaps are half, nav lights are on, landing lights on. Got a 10, 8 knot left crosswind.
You said you want to go northwestbound?
Once you get ground effect, you kind of got to pick out a cloud
runner
for your
8
drift,
and
and you got to look at the runway edge lines
8 at all times for landing and
peripherally.
important traffic. Departure from the ramp will be at your own risk.
All right, so here's 80.
Wind 100 at 8, Tallahassee altimeter 3006.
Flaps are about 2/3.
You can stay with me, we're combined.
Full flaps. We're aiming at the stripe before the touchdown zone, right at the end of the taxiway yellow line, really, right?
Okay.
You a little nose-up trim in here. All right, there's 75. AOA's coming up. We're square, we're not drifting. My left wing is just a couple degrees low.
Silver wing 77, hold position for helicopters departing.
Power is idle. I'm looking at the other end of the runway in the clouds. Just holding it back. I'm holding the yaw with the cloud. I got a little left wing down pressure. Flaps are up. All right, we ready?
Yep.
Get the oscillation damped.
Oh, shit.
All right, so we got a
Good
I think
recovery.
we got a little wind on the rudder.
Uh-huh. Like a weather veining?
Yep. It yawed us to the left, so I needed to be coming up on the brakes when I got slow.
Uh-huh.
All right, here we go. I got a lot of right brake in that time. We basically ran out of rudder, and I was counter steering with the pedal. I got on the right brake reactively, and I believe at that point there should have been some brake pressure.
Clear for takeoff, wind 110 at 6.
As it came off the rudder around 40,
Right?
there was nothing that would stop the weather vane from a wind.
So what do you think, like what should have been done before that? I mean, just more brakes at that point to slow down, or just speed up quicker?
You know, I was putting the flaps up. I had the
Airport 5
a slight left control in there. That could have put a little bit too much drag on the wing, on the left wing. The C-17 showed up.
Yeah.